say this is loser semis because we saw DSS lose in winner semis.
DSS coming back out with the Ness, not trying to bust out any of the secondaries at the moment. Going back to the character that he mained for a good almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I agree with this choice as well. I think Diddy Kong versus Game & Watch would be a very sad time. I'm increasingly beginning to believe that Diddy is Game & Watch's second worst matchup. So definitely go Ness in this situation.
But, you know, Zex's Diddy Kong getting a lot of work at the moment.
Zex actually playing really well right now. You know, despite his inebriation, he's just keeping his patience so much right now. Even though, like, you normally do have that fearless factor that you were talking about, it's not overwhelming his just sense of, well, I'm not going to approach, because why would I do that when I have this much of a lead? And I'm Diddy Kong against Ness. Yeah, like, there were 3 factors there.
Exactly. At the same time, you know, DSS himself does play a little bit of Diddy Kong. So really just seeing this happen to him right now is kind of surprising. But this is where I think DSS kind of excels. He does take a beating for a bit, and he's in for %. He likes to slow down the game, picks his spot very, very carefully. And, you know, you can never count out a Rage Ness, because that back throw is going to kill you that much sooner.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to say that Zex needs like 20 more %, and he's going to be in back throw range.
Forward throw coming out right now.
Right there, disengaging from that situation, recognizing that that PK front thunder had whiffed. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, okay, I was definitely overshooting.
No, just a little too early. They were in the middle of the stage. If they were farther off, definitely could have saw that back there instead. But you know, Zach's just trying to find the opening at the moment. So close.
Still alive. That up smash only getting one of the connecting hits, but that back throw is gonna take it and make him pay the price for whiffing that.
No, right there. Zex had the correct read, going for the grab. DSS did have the shield up. Unfortunately, got the pivot instead of just straight up going for it. And, no, DSS the benefactor right there. Jab combo coming out and just dodging back down.
Right now, just up airs on up airs on up airs. See it? Yep. I almost called him ZEX, but yeah, Zex taking that.
Really good stuff coming out. DSS has Zex back off stage. And Bread and Butter's coming in.
Ooh, that double jump there, really good for stuffing that next option by Zex.
I mean, DSS is just one of those players that recognizes what he should do in every situation, whether to get a trade, whether to stuff a lot of combos, and that's just coming down to the fact that he plays this character as well. He knows what he needs to do. Now Zex has stage control back again, has DSS back off stage.
Ooh, I like that little trap that DSS tried to set up there with that up air at the forward roll or jump air dodge distance.
Great recognition right there coming from DSS, knowing that he can just go ahead and air dodge right out of that down tilt. But, you know, really unfortunate for Zex not being able to get anything out of it.
This is looking more and more uphill for Zex, given the fact that he's at such high % against a relatively mild Ness. That right there, so close to taking it. Zex playing phenomenally patient right now, given the deficit. Just taking his time, recognizing the fact that DSS is not choosing to approach with this lead, which is giving Zex the time to get the banana.
Yeah, no, right now Zex is just trying to not get grabbed, throwing out the peanut. Oh, he had the air dodge read, unfortunately unable to get it so. But throwing him back off stage, gonna come down for fair? No.
Oh, never mind. Waits for the air dodge, but does not find the up air. So hard to punish Ness air dodge, given his strong aerial drift on top of the Z-axis shenanigans that happen with that back throw, setting up another edge guard situation, and actually even on % with these two. Ness still having the stronger kill options right now.
Forward throw coming out. Is that going to take the stock? No.
And there we go, second forward throw. That actually took it. I would have guessed that the scaling would have played a factor there, but I suppose not.
That's not the case in that moment. At the same time, even if DSS did live, he had no jump at the moment, because Zex ended up grabbing him just out of his double jump.
That's right, that's right.
But, you know, DSS was looking very well in the beginning of that match, but Zex just played very patiently, very slowly, and just allowed DSS to come at him. At the same time, I wonder why DSS kind of took his foot off the gas. Like, he was doing so well, he was coming in with all these aerials, and then just kind of sat back, just tried too hard to get that back throw, and hey, Zex just took advantage.
I think that's DSS's sort of philosophy of this game, which is like, why approach when not approaching, it's not only like less committal, but it will yield so much greater rewards if the opponent is in a situation where they must make an answer, right? Because he had a 60% lead at that time, and I think he was just banking on the fact that, like, hey, nobody wants to run at an S near the ledge, and I have a situation where he has to. But unfortunately, it did not pan out for him in that situation.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of unfortunate stuff, DSS popping out of the up smash of Zex there, and you know, DSS coming out with the Meta Knight now, going to his main, and you know what, it's going okay at the moment. Honestly, both these players playing the neutral phenomenally well. Zex continuing this patient play, and DSS just having a lot of trouble trying to get in.
Oh, there we go, gets an up air, just goes straight for an air instead. Oh, yeah, right there, great DI by Zex, managing to escape that situation. It's a lot of players don't see it, and even I'm not fully aware of all the nuances that happen, but it's now just a multi-layered like DI trap from up air to up air on most of the casts ever since that Meta Knight nerf.
I mean, it comes down to them exactly reading the SDI coming from their opponent, but at the same time, a lot of people still do not know how to SDI properly. Most will just try to DI normally, and that is what gets you killed faster, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, I did not know regular DI.
Well, because most people are just going to be DIing to the left, or DIing in one direction. If you DI in one direction, it allows the Meta Knight to go ahead and just follow that direction.
Oh, that's true, that's true. But if you shake the stick like you're being comboed by Bayonetta,
then they do have to read you.
Then that becomes so erratic, and because it's erratic, they're not even be able to read you because you're mashing the stick. You don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. Ooh, and DSS only getting the first hit of that shuttle loop. Ooh, and the back hit of that down smash, sending DSF back off stage. Oh, I would have loved to see Zex just kind of sit back and get...
I thought that was going to be it, Miho. I understand why you lurched back, but that up B, like, bleh, they just grabbed DSS from under the ledge. Didn't grab, but it swooped him.
Yeah, it just caught that man.
Yeah, it scooped.
He was not ready to go ahead and get ready. All right, but no, I'm really surprised that he got out of the up throw range. I'm not sure if Zex just dropped it or what. But what I was trying to say earlier, when Zex had DSS off stage with Banana in hand, I would have loved to see him try to play a trap game instead of immediately trying to throw it off and get a fair. Yes, I know you want to go ahead and get this stock quickly, but you are on Battlefield. This is a Meta Knight.
Yeah. Take your sweet time.
Great matchup knowledge right there coming from DSS. No. Oh no! That is a stock that is taken. DSS coming back with the 2 stock.
That offstage pressure was so good. He had that whole string all the way across the stage and knew exactly where Zex wanted to be because he knew Zex was going to be under the ledge by the time he came out of hit stun. Yep. So monkey flip, not going to be an option to recover. Double jump under the ledge to try to upbeat for the shortest distance possible, which means throw out that back air right under the ledge. You're going to catch him.
I love the recognition that he knew to go ahead and fastball it as well. Yeah. Only getting, I think, the first hit, and Zex just, Diddy Kong, what is he going to do? How does that monkey recover? He doesn't.
Okay, you see, that is the situation that Diddy's point to and say, you see, we have a bad recovery.
Oh, this is why I blow. Okay, Diddy Kongs, you better stop.
Yeah. Like, you have to be careful. You're helping their cause when you say stuff like Zex going Sheik.
And going to Lilac.
So, both surprising things, but separate. I've seen Zex counterpick to Lilac, but in my knowledge, Zex is going to be going purely just random secondaries today because, again, save your A game for that NorCal Invitational that's coming up, but looks like he's bringing it out now. Looks like he's changed his mind.
And looks like Zex. Well, at the same time, he is in loser semis, so he is one. If he wins this match, he's going to be in the money, and I think that's playing a factor right now for him to go ahead and bust out the Sheik. At the same time, DSS is busting out his Meta Knight. But going back to the counter pick right now, I think Lilac is a good stage pick coming from Zex, just because with the tilting, it might mess up DSS trying to get these dash attacks and, you know, getting the ladder combo. On the flip side, Zex can go ahead and use needles in a lot of different angles. So that's something that DSS is really going to have to look out for.
Yeah, against especially DSS who studies the game so much and spends so much time in training mode, Lilac is one of the finest ways to just say, hey, all that time is going to kind of go to waste because you're going to need to improvise based on the exact moment that the ship is tilting with your combo.
Zex forward throw into the fair, 50% being racked on, and this is a dead even game right away, but DSS getting a grab himself, and I love that Zex is playing the ledge quite a bit, and whenever he does land, he is immediately shielding and giving DSS any type of opening to get the dash attack going.
Yeah, he recognizes the fact that at this percent range, that's going to be the #1 killer. You can choose how you lose in Smash, right? You don't get to choose how you win. You get to just figure out how your opponent is choosing to lose, and then do that option.
And I've seen it from quite a number of players. They basically tell their opponent, you have to beat me with this option. If you can't do it, hey, good for me.
Oh my goodness, and right there, the option that Zex chose was you're going to catch me with an up smash on the roll read, otherwise I'm fine. And DSS called that out.
No, I mean, great recognition right there from DSS on Zex's counter pick. Scary stuff right there. All right, Zex trying to get back. I do like that attempt coming from DSS immediately.
Does not kill though. Meta Knight being a fast faller, able to live that upward kill trajectory, but Sheik,
he doesn't have a jump.
He is fine.
And Lilat coming down, giving Zex the magnets.
And you criticize this stage.
I still don't like.
It just helped your carpool. It just helped your gas money. What are you talking about, Miho?
I still don't like this stage. I'm sorry, but that is a discussion for another time. DSS getting the dash attack, barely missing the up air.
Ooh, trying to read that neutral get up instead of that bouncing fish, I believe.
And F-tilt almost taking the stock. Zex kind of come up with the down smash, unfortunately, eating a back throw for it.
Right there, DSS. I thought that F smash was going to win. Zex saved by the skin of his fish. And there we go. He spaces it out, gets that down smash, covers so much horizontal reach. Needs a read where DSS is landing.
Yeah, but 71% racked up onto Zex, and the last hit of the F-tilt again, almost taking the stock, and DSS is in the driver's seat at the moment. But we saw in game 1, Zex was able to make comebacks, so you gotta be patient to see what's gonna be happening.
Right now, DSS's patience is waning a little bit compared to what we saw earlier. Just saw him run in on Zex, even though he does have a clean 74% lead on Zex, and there we go. Down tilt onto that unsafe landing, and yes, Zex is now in that driver's seat.
I love the improvisation right there coming from Zex. He bouncing fish onto the platform from Lilat and just immediately went for another grab. He's like, hey, oh my goodness!
Yeah, DSS getting a little bit impatient, throwing out so many F smashes in close quarter combat against a Sheik. Character most equipped to then have that frame advantage when you're both at neutral.
Zex just racking in this percent right now, almost bringing it all the way back. The up air barely missing her, but Needles putting on some really good percent. And DSS just keeping up all these forward smashes. And we've seen in weeks past where Meta Knights, they get too trigger happy, definitely losing some games just like that.
My goodness, and right now, we're actually looking at ourselves a pretty close to even game. Oh my gosh, DSS still hungry for that S smash, and I have to wonder, is this just conditioning, Miho? Is he just trying to get Zex to behave just the right way for the actual
What we did see on the first stock, he forward smash and then immediately up smash. Maybe he might be going for another frame trap like that, but the up air so close to taking the stock, and Zex overextending just a bit, eating the shuttle loop.
And that is that for Zex. DSS taking that set 2-1, moving on to get his second set against Exax. Now I have to assume...
Wait, why is this not best of 5?
Loser semis. It's not a final, I'm assuming.
But we did winner semis 3 out of 5 too.